I'm like there's a English black footballer called Raheem Sterling, bloody good footballer actually, soccer player in your language, and someone called him either a mank cunt,
I saw this,
or a black cunt.
I saw that.
So he's pissed off about it, Raheem Sterling,
and
understandably.
The guy lost his job, and
the guy lost his job. We can discuss that aspect of it in a minute.
Right.
but what I was like, and Raheem Sterling Instagrammed a post saying like, here's two stories. One's about like a black footballer buying his mum a house. One's about a white footballer buying his mum a house. And the one about the white footballer's like, lovely young white footballer buys mum a house. And the one about the black footballer buying his mum a house is, flash, little bastard, buys mum house, right? So Raheem Sterling brilliantly sort of selects these two stories about the same subject and notes how one is rendered as a kind of like negatively and one is rendered positively.
Right.
And Raheem Sterling says that this is racially motivated. Now, I don't think I need to be a black person to say, yeah, that for me aligns with the way that the media functions in perpetuating certain narratives. And whilst you say the perpetuation of the victim narrative is disempowering African Americans or perhaps even black people worldwide, I'm not fully sure of how or the breadth of your philosophy. I think it is what do I want to say, myopic to suggest that the powerful cultural narratives and historic oppression don't play a part in people's current economic poverty, whilst the way out of that I would accept would be individual culpability and individual will. Not everyone has that.
Right.
Not everyone has that. Not everyone has that drive, that power. Some people need support. Now, the role of the state and the veracity of the state's intentions are certainly things I question as well. Do I think that the Democrat Party are super kind, wonderful people? Well, let's have a look at the last 20 years. How did that work out? How were African Americans treated under Barack Obama? We've got the evidence. The data's in. Neither party works particularly well. But for me to deny that there is an impact of social, economic and historic conditions on the individual experience of people, and and those conditions are not affected by race, for me, I don't think that's true, Candace.
No, well, first off, I want to go to your two articles because you used the word myopic. Okay, you used a sample of two articles to come up with this great conclusion.
It's Raheem Sterling's.
Is every single... I understand that. Is every single article about a black person buying a house negative? Or did you find one that was and do a comparative analysis?
Hold on, it's Raheem Sterling.
Hold on. Is every single article of a white person buying a house positive? Or did you find an article of a white person positive and now you've used this to say that this means that every single white person that an article is written about is true or false? I have a problem with this data set, and this is what we see over and over again. It's the same thing that they do when they extract the 16 unarmed black men that are shot and killed by police officers every year. Forget to mention that there's a higher rate for white people. You did the exact same thing that I can't stand.
Listen. It was actually Raheem Sterling.
I found two articles.
This
now must be a universal truth.
Hold on a second.
I'm Russell Brand, and I found two articles.
You better calm down, because firstly, it was Raheem Sterling that did that.
So that counts for, times it by 1,000.
No, hold on. What I'm saying is I'm going to get Raheem Sterling's number and you can bull him out because he's probably better equipped to deal with it.
This is how the media creates a simulation.
Hold on.
One side by side, and now it's universal truth here on the Russell Brand.
Oh, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Listen to me for a second, please. What I'm saying is that whilst, of course, all of us can construct narratives by selecting information that supports our idea, Raheem Sterling didn't do this in Abyss. On the Saturday, someone screams racial abuse at him. On the next day, he goes, oh, look, I'm not surprised because I experience a lot of this treatment at a subtler level in the way that I'm handled in the press. This is his personal experience that Raheem Sterling is recounting. And then we look at the rest of the information and say, oh, what does it seem to be like for young black men in England? Are there any commonalities economically? Are there any judicial or criminal issues where there's a commonality? It's not just that these narratives are being cherry-picked. There is also the data is in on incarceration of young black men in America,
because
for example.
we disproportionately commit crimes in America.